Well, Your Excellency, Governor of Rajasthan and other friends, I am of course very deeply honored to be here this morning at the Jaipur Literary Festival. My talk is called A Wish a Day for a Week. On being invited to the Jaipur Festival, I was naturally nervous about the attempting an opening address to such an elite gathering. However, about 10 days ago, I saw in the newspapers, indeed in all of them, that India has entered triumphantly into, quote-unquote, the elite club of the world. The Times of India's headline said, I quote, GCLV DV launch successful. India joins elite club, unquote. As an Indian citizen, I immediately lost all fear about not being able to get into the elite club. However, I had a problem in not knowing what GSLV DV is or does. On probing, I found that GCLV DV is famous because it carries a GSAT-14 communication satellite. That seemed just what I needed. And so I decided to use the GSAT-14 communication satellite to communicate well beyond my station in life. High above the clouds, I came across a figure who looked very impressive, who explained that she was the goddess of medium things. Gosh, I said, medium you may be, but you look very impressive. You should see, she replied, the goddess of large things. I said you could please introduce me to her, but are you sure that you are really a goddess? Yes, I am, she responded firmly. I am, as I told you, goddess of medium things. But you're right, I'm very informal, and you can call me GMT. That is my pet name. Isn't GMT some kind of time? I asked her. Yes, she said, I can give you the correct time also, one of my specialties, but more importantly, I can grant you a wish. In fact, more than one wish for your country. How jolly, I said. May I have 7 wishes, a wish a day for my country for a week? Please, please, let us get on with it. Sure, GMT said, but why are you in such a hurry? I explained, I'm going to the Jaipur Literature Festival. You have heard of the famous Jaipur Festival, my goddess? I asked. Yes, GMT said, but it's really so big now that it has been moved from my care to the care of the goddess of large things. Still, I will try to help you. Make a medium-sized wish about literature. So I jumped in and said, classical education in language, literature, music, and the arts is being seriously neglected in India. Very few people study Sanskrit anymore, nor do they study ancient Persian or Latin or Greek or Arabic or Hebrew or Old Tamil. We need serious cultivation of classical studies for a balanced education. In India's increasingly business-oriented society, there is generally far less room today for the humanities. And that is surely a problem, is it not, goddess? But, said the goddess, Rabindranath Tagore in your village, Shantiniketan, used to grumble that science education was being neglected. So how can you say the opposite? That was then, madam, I said, and this is now. Rabindranath was right in his days, but bright students now, everywhere in India, go for science and technology and look down on humanities. So I asked the goddess, asked the goddess, asked me, you wish to have a greater role of humanities in Indian education? Something like that, I replied. What a vague statement, the goddess said. Something like that. You must have clearer ideas. Clearer, do you mean more precise, dear goddess? I asked. No, said GMT.